no one who is a serious person considers any of these people as like reliable sources of information.
I knew it was coming too. Mr. Hamas Diddy Osama bin Laden Piker, are you telling me right now that you are the reliable source for information? Brother, I think we need to wake up. Wake up, Hasan. What are we talking about? Listen, if you want to have that opinion to where, like, okay, we're not taking Asmongold's political opinion serious, we're not taking XQC's political opinion serious, we're not taking this, that, and the third's opinion serious, all fair, well, and good. But to think that we're about to sit here and take your political ideology serious? Ha! Yes! Ridiculous! Well, I'm not wasting no more time. You saw the title and thumbnail. Yeah, Hasan opened up his mouth again. Apparently some more info about him lying about getting detained came out, and he had some choice words for Ethan. So, we're here. Not wasting no time. Trilly talks everything. Trilly does indeed yap everything, not for this intro, because he's gonna yap way more than we need him to. Let's get right into it. You already know, shout out my glorious slop king, more Pegasus. We got Hasan just got exposed. Hasan just got badly exposed. Trilly King Grammar. If you guys want to watch the OG video, down in the description, first link, sure to level more Pegasus, and let's have him waste their time. Like usual.
Welcome back to absolute history in the making. In today's video, Hasan is now being exposed for lying about the detainment at the airport. He's calling out H3H3 again, calling him a disgusting monster. He's also really mad at XQC for calling him out. Asmongold has also reacted to my video and is criticizing Ludwig now. Already subscribe or you got a 1v1 Frogan in a hot dog eating competition.
Beast?
You're cooked, pal.
Every time.
And let's begin. Basically, a quick recap. A while back, Hasan was detained at the airport by border security. He claimed to have been detained by the US government for having differing political opinions, and he made like a big hoopla about it. He talked about silencing free speech, and all the news media wrote about it. He also claimed that it lasted 2 to 3 hours, and they asked him questions about supporting terrorists like Hamas. Now, shortly after, Destiny and Dan Saltman made a timeline which showed that Hasan could not have possibly been.
See, so this is like, okay, wait, alright, this is like his ticket and all that. Immigration attorneys in Chicago, please give me ASAP emergency situation, need potential on ground assistance. There's the tweet. This is okay, I'm out, and then this was at 5:30. So 4:22 to 5:30. Yeah, this ain't looking like 2 to 3 hours, bruv. This ain't looking like 2 to 3 hours, I'm not gonna lie. I know Trilly can't grammar, can't do math. Trilly is indeed, as always, the dumbass. But yeah, nah, this ain't 2 to 3 hours for sure.
Detained that long, considering the entire ordeal from leaving the plane to him tweeting was only over an hour. So basically he was caught in a bold-faced lie. Now since then, last video we talked about Hasan being kicked out of the global entry program that gives you a fast track for traveling and you get to like skip queues and documents and shit. So one of the points stated in the email was potentially aiding and supporting terrorist organizations or being investigated.
Well, this is Hamas Diddy Osama bin Laden Piker, so I mean, I feel like it's fair for them to, you know, be a bit concerned about him glazing terrorists
by the government in general. Now it seems that Hasan was actually kicked out of this program months ago, and he might have still been trying to use the global entry when it was actually invalid and he just didn't check his email, which would explain why he was actually detained in the first place.
So that adds more to the story.
Remember Hasan being detained for 99 hours over his political beliefs, aka 15 minutes? Well, months earlier, his card was revoked and he just didn't read the email. Messed up paperwork, revoked application, uses card anyways, gets stopped, and lies about the timeline.
Yep. Sounds like something Hasan would do. I mean, he is a perpetual liar. I mean, not only that, but a pathological one.
Chat, is this 1984? And then he links the email sent to Hasan by the Department of Homeland Security. Destiny and Dan think Hasan is 100% lying about his global entry DHS story. So here we got a Hasan fan saying, wait, so I was completely correct that Hasan was detained or questioned for his protected political speech, lol.
He was pulled aside because of his political beliefs. And you have no evidence of that whatsoever. It's complete bullshit. There's literally no evidence of this. And it's just kind of crazy to take a victory lap. It's like if I imagine that this whole thing right here, instead of being...
I would say, like, this is something that, like, doesn't shock me, though, because, again, Hasan thrives over, like, misinformation and, like, misconstruing arguments and shit like that. You think he wouldn't, like, lie and make this seem way more grandiose than it is so he could, like, what, try to perpetuate more of this narrative? Like, come on, bruh. This is a casual for him.
3 images of a letter that Hasan revealed. Imagine it was just a piece of fried chicken. And it would make about as much sense of, like, his statement there. Wait, so I was completely correct that Hasan was detained, questioned for his protected political speech? LOL.
No.
What below indicates that that is the case? Nothing. Like, you have nothing. You have that. This is like, it's even worse for Hasan.
They got those Glazer delusions. Hey, man. It runs constant with those Hasan G boys. Tough.
Hasan is so fucking stupid.
And the inconsistent parts on Hasan's story, I think, are why I'm confident in saying he's lying 100%. I don't even need any more facts.
Yep.
When he says, when the empanada pushback happens, he's like, was it 50 minutes or 2 hours? And he's like, oh, I don't know, who gives a shit? That's like a, whoa, what do you mean who gives a shit, bro?
Right, so Destiny is basically referencing a stream where Hasan was actually questioned about his story at the airport, and he kept changing it, right? He kept changing the timeline, said it wasn't actually important how long it actually was, which obviously reeks of complete bullshit. It seems like Hasan was trying to act like a political victim and wanted to act like the government was trying to silence his free speech when that was not the case at all. If you remember, he even posted after that saying that his bags were being checked at the airport, as if that's not like a routine thing that literally happens to everybody. Now, we also pointed out that even if he was detained, it would not be because of his general political opinions, it would be because of his open terrorist support, or maybe saying America deserved 9/11.
Like, he was saying the one John on the one stream, I don't know where exactly he was at, but he was saying, like, yeah, bro, it should be fine, bro. You could tell the CBP officer, like, I stand with the Houthis 10 toes down and you'll be straight. They won't deny you into the country. Who the fuck is, better yet, who the fuck is that guy? Like, nah, what is he talking about? I'm not gonna lie. I think they're definitely gonna question you, bruv. What?
America deserved 9/11, dude. Fuck it. I'm saying it.
Or maybe threatening to kill U.S. senators.
If you cared about
it's like, he said, Weasley little liar, dude. I would have never said that.
Medicare fraud or Medicaid fraud, you would kill Rick Scott.
Nah, he totally didn't say this, though. Like, trust, he didn't say this.
Or even now, if something does happen, it would probably be due to the actual crimes he's committed, like recently blocking the highway or supporting not the peaceful parts of the protest, but actually the violent parts, including the riots or people lighting cars on fire. Keep in mind, this guy literally said that he doesn't care if somebody burns his car because it's leased and he has insurance and he's very rich, so it doesn't matter.
Which is, again, stupid because in overall factor, and Hasan was literally put, I forgot, like, what exactly Johnny D say? He, like, basically, like, in which, like, you know, the last slops we had checked out yesterday by more Pegasus, he was saying, like, that, yeah, it doesn't matter for the cars, like, it's just insurance and all that jazz. But, like, brother, you can have the peaceful protests and also not have people's cars lit on Chili can grammar for none. Also, not have people's cars lit on fire like as if this boy's a great bonfire. I don't understand. How about we just avoid all the violent parts of the protest? And I totally understand, like, yo, that things can happen. Things can get out of whack. But obviously, you'd want to mitigate any violent things happening just as a non-factor. Like, duh, again, like, we already made a distinction. Like, yo, we made the separation. Like, yo, not everyone that went to go protest was trying to be on these violent actions. Like, duh, that's very clear to understand. Because, yo, I'm sure not everyone, again, was trying to turn cars into bonfires, shoot fireworks like squad cars, and, you know, what's the name, throw bricks and stuff like that. Duh. But, yo, even still with that happening, we would want to mitigate it. So it doesn't. So there, Hasan. He could peaceful protest and not have that happen in a car, so you don't have to make these dumbass justifications.
Even if someone were to burn my fucking leased car, like, I still have insurance.
Literally out of touch, rich,
But like, what if you don't want to go through insurance? Or better yet, again, like I just came up saying, don't even need to go through that process because, you know, your car just doesn't get turned into a fire.
Champagne socialist piece of shit. So Nux actually responded saying, be Hasan Piker, America deserved 9/11, support multiple terrorist organizations, tell your audience to kill 2 US senators, FBI revokes global entry, try to enter USA with global entry anyway, they ask questions at airport security, cry about being detained for 2 hours, which was not even 2 hours,
Sounds
which
like
was
Hasan.
15 to 30 minutes. People responding, are you kidding? Hasan was delighted to be detained for a couple hours. This guy's fondest wet dream is of being the plucky rebel and living out his resistance fantasies. That is completely true, honestly. I think he's more upset that they didn't detain him longer so he could really play up his suffering.
No, that's honestly true, and that's what I think too. I'm like, yo, he probably is mad that he wasn't actually there for 2 to 3 hours, because if he really was, oh boy, he'd get on stream crying. Yo, they were trying to hold me back. They wouldn't let me in. I swear it's because of my political beliefs. They're trying to shelve me. And they're like, yo, bro, he would be on stream crashing out if he was really there for 2 to 3 hours, bro. What?
Absolutely. We're still waiting on those tapes to confirm if he was lying about his interview.
Facts. Like, yo, where the CCTV footage? We really gonna see then, huh?
In my opinion, I think he was definitely lying or exaggerating some parts severely. I think Hasan is getting very close.
At the very worst, he completely lied about everything, and at the very best for him, like, he was exaggerating it. But in no way was he actually getting detained to which he was gonna be put in a jail cell. Like, bruh.
To the finding out stage of his FAFO journey. Anyways, let's move on to Hasan calling out Ethan Klein. Says that he's a disgusting, despicable, immoral monster.
Remember when Ethan fucking posted something from the Gaza Humanitarian Aid Foundation, by the way? Gaza Humanitarian Foundation. And added me the other day to be like, see, look at what your people are doing. Look at what your heroes are doing. Fucking asshole. Stupid fucking genocide lover. Narcissistic
again, genocide lover, anything to substantiate that.
Douchebag. Anyway, despicable, disgusting, immoral monster.
I love how we're talking about somebody being immoral as if your morals are something that should be sitting here being taken seriously. Oh no, wait, right, Hasan, you're a force for good, like how you think. Because quite literally, you and your glazers are the only motherfuckers that think that shit. Like, what are we talking about? Brother, your morals are completely fucked all the way up, twisted backwards. Like, what are we sitting here really doing?
Jesus Christ, man, he is so mad. What the heck was that? Bro literally has steam coming out of his head like a cartoon character. And genocide lover is such an insane accusation.
Exactly.
Keep in mind, Ethan has literally disavowed the tactics that Israel has been using. He's disavowed the Israeli government. He constantly bends over backwards to say that he supports Palestinians. The only problem Ethan has is people like you supporting the terrorist extremist side, being Hamas, obviously. And that's not a very radical of a take that, hey, I don't support terrorists, you know? Also, how are you calling Ethan a narcissistic douchebag? Ethan constantly...
This is what I'm saying. Like, of all people to call people, like, to call someone this, like, yo, the pot is fucking calling the kettle black, bro. Like, this shit is crazy. Like, Hasan, your ego's on 1,000,000, bro. You're quite literally the only heads you keep around are heads from your echo chamber glazing you the fuck up. If someone is critical of you, gang, you exile their ass. Like...
admits he's wrong. He's even admitted he's wrong straight to your face. He cares about his employees all the time. We've seen
no, because Ethan is a tyrant, a bad boss. He's such a monster. Like,
him reimburse his employees when things go wrong, like iDubbbz' failed event. Yet
like literally reimburse reimburse Lena for the 12K, bro, because you already know. Soy Dubs and Yoko, the money was staying in their pocket. They were gonna take the profit share. Like, bro, Hasan, you're chatting, gang.
You have the audacity to call him a narcissist who only cares about himself. Dude, Hasan is never beating the Epson Home Cinema 50/50 allegations. Literally a top-of-the-line premium projector, this guy. What did Hasan go to college for, by the way? Because it seems like he's got a degree in projection. Anyways, after this, Hasan calls out XQC. Quick recap if you missed last video. Basically, XQC called out Hasan for justifying violence. Hasan was justifying lighting people's cars on fire, and XQC rightfully pointed out that that was pretty insane. He pointed out that if Hasan's Porsche was on fire or people were throwing bricks at him trying to kill him, he would in fact not be okay with it. In fact, he would cry and shit.
Yeah, I think most people probably wouldn't be too koosh with that happening.
His Gucci pants, probably call it like a political attack or something like that. And the fact that XQC made a better political point than Hasan just kind of shows you how bad this guy is at politics. So anyways, in classic Hasan fashion, he got really mad about this. He also has this ongoing beef with XQC where he tries to pretend he's like his friend, but then he backstabs him over and over and over again, constantly taking sides against him every single time. And XQC, sorry to say, but he's kind of like a pushover in these situations. He always tries to renew friendships with Hasan and Pokemon, who
Fuck that, bro. You don't renew friendships with Hasan, bro. Again, the only it always leads back to me, and this is why I'm so confused on why Ludwig keeps sucking his dick. What do you gain from Hasan? Like, let's be honest here. The first thing you think of, okay, you collab with Hasan because he has a large audience. Well, then, alright, let's take a poopsie into this audience. Oh, wait, they're literally they're even worse than him because they're glazing him the fuck up when it comes to, like, this political ideologies and rhetoric and shit like that. Because, again, if you're critical in the orbit or critical in the echo chamber, they're sending you out. You're done. You're exiled. We discussed it. Like, yo, so the only thing I can see is, yo, you be friends with Hasan or whatever is because he has an audience. Well, you don't want his audience because they're worse than him. Okay, so then what's the point of clapping with this nigga and trying to not step on his toes? Like, bro, and then what you're trying to avoid drama, you're trying to avoid his glazers and shit. Nigga, fuck his glazers. Again, you fucking Hasan G boys, it's embarrassing. I'm not taking you serious on no regard because the only thing on your mind is this nigga's tip. You think I'm about to be sitting here like, damn, bro, these niggas are really cooking. Maybe I gotta join the fucking echo chamber, the orbit. Nigga, no. So I'm so confused on what the hell these motherfuckers are scared of. Like, they so PC'd the fuck out. Like, I don't know what it is. Maybe Trilly's gonna understand we get a bigger audience. You gotta play more of your cards, right? Nigga, fuck my cards. Nigga, what? As I keep saying, nigga, I'm just gonna burn the bridges now, bro. Fuck that shit. And not that there's any bridges. Like I said, Trilly ain't even trying to collab. I get on this shit, slippy. Drop the slops, keep it pushing. Like, I don't understand, but I don't know. Everyone's content creator lane is different or whatever, as they're trying to do different things within the content creation journey, streaming journey, and all that. I just don't understand why half of these motherfuckers are just roaching and bitching out to Hasan. That shit is like, holy fuck, I hate it.
Who shit on him constantly and both hate his guts secretly. And whenever they meet in person, they're always buddy-buddy, despite the fact that they, like, eat each other's throats online. So I'm very confused as to their whole relationship. But I feel like XQC has finally had enough.
The guy who's trying to make a big deal out of that, by the way, unironically, is now doing a shittier version of Asmongold, whose political coverage of Iran and Israel tensions heating up is basically looking at a defense intelligence account posting AI photos and shit. And XQC can't even do what Asmongold is doing. And what Asmongold
Brother, you be reading tweets and shit too. What are we sitting here talking about?
is doing is already fucking idiotic. And I guess there's a reason why no one with no one who is a serious person considers any of these people as like reliable sources of information.
I knew it was coming too. Mr. Hamas Diddy Osama bin Laden Piker, are you telling me right now that you are the reliable source for information? Brother, I think we need to wake up. Wake up, Hasan. What are we talking about? Listen, if you want to have that opinion to where, like, okay, we're not taking Asmongold's political opinion serious, we're not taking XQC's political opinion serious, we're not taking this, that, and the third's opinion serious, all fair, well, and good. But to think that we're about to sit here and take your political ideology serious? Ha! Yes! Ridiculous! Like, what are we talking about? What?
Information.
Yeah, that's right. When I want a reliable source of information, I actually go to Hasan. I go to twitch.com and go to Hasan's stream. Dude, that's like saying when I want a glass of water, I jump into an active volcano. Not a single
I am still baffled that he's still getting this off in the glazer. They like, facts! Facts! We can only get our info from you, Hasan. You're cooking every time! Like, bro. Oh, it sends me. It does.
non-NPC individual goes to Hasan as an accurate and reliable source of information.
Maybe if I was an idiot. But, yeah, I mean, yeah, most of his glazers are, so that's why.
There's only 3 reasons you would ever watch a Hasan stream. Number 1, you're a terrorist supporter.
Yep, most likely.
Number 2, you're an extreme far lefty, so much so that you find it justifiable to ignore every single despicable, disgusting thing that this guy does
So, one of his glazers.
because, oh, he supports my side. He supports LGBT, guys. The lover of...
You can support LGBTQ and, you know, not sharing his political ideologies.
Hezbollah
So that's not a valid argument.
definitely loves LGBT. The guy who
They don't.
unironically said that Iran is pro-trans because they are so anti-gay that they force gay people to transition against their will. That is apparently weirdly pro-trans, apparently, according to Hasan. Oh yeah, or number 3, you have undergone a lobotomy procedure.
So all of his glazers.
And that has gone severely wrong. Also, I just gotta address that point. He calls out XUC for looking at like AI photos. Hasan, you thought video game footage from Arma 3 was a real clip.
Rip.
Really?
Oof, they lit that thing up. Look at the traces.
Everyone. Much love XQCL.
This one is literally Arma 3. It's fake. It's Arma. Oh, god damn it! I hate it!
Again, this is your reliable source for political information. Alright, moving on.
Look at the mods. This is from a game. This is from a game. This is literally Arma 3.
Why? This is what I mean. This is what I fucking mean.
Chat.
This is what I
Chat.
mean.
What do you mean, Hasan? Because it's seeming like you don't mean shit. None at all.
Guys, isn't it what this it was saying, chat? This it was right. This is pop politics dog shit.
They always, motherfuckers constantly posting fake bullshit. One of the things that you gotta always look for, one of the things that you gotta always look out for.
Bro, aren't you the political fucking commentator? Shouldn't you be able to point out the distinction between these things? Like, brother, get the fuck out of here. I'm telling you, bro. And it just gets me actively more mad because, again, I'm not mad at him. We already know Hasan's a dumbass. But niggas will willingly suck his fucking cock and act like they don't have brain cells to sit here and point out objectively that this nigga is stupid. At least sometimes. Because, again, if you want to share the nigga's opinions, sure, I think you're stupid if you want to do that. But fine, whatever. But, yo, we can all sit here and point out how fucking dumb this was.
Hasan immediately trying to salvage the situation. Guys, I was just giving an example of the things you gotta look out for. Guys, watch out or you might get tricked by video game footage like me. I'm an experienced political commentator and I still get tricked by video game footage. This guy has the audacity to
Like
call
moron.
out anybody over politics, bro. You
So
can't make
stupid,
this
bro.
shit up. It's just cinema. Keep in mind this guy eats his own toenails and he's bodying Hasan, bro. You can't make this up. And I'm sure if I looked further, I could probably find a bunch of clips of Hasan just making these sort of mistakes, mistaking AI images for real things or fake misinformation for real things, getting things wrong over and over. Honestly, if you guys find any clips, send them over my way on Instagram. Anyways, moving on to Asmongold. Turns out Asmongold reacted to my video about Twitch. We're gonna go over some quick highlights and then talk about his longer rant in the Ludwig section of the video. Here's my guess. I think he compiled every single time Hasan broke the rules and sent it to the Twitch staff.
Oh yeah, Tectone's file. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. It's gotta be all the things, Hasan, because bruh, it would just be the easiest thing to point out for Twitch. Yo, y'all niggas are hypocrites. Yo, y'all don't enforce the TOS fairly. All these times Hasan did these Jones while you were streaming and all that John, haven't seen a hefty ban. If it's not, well then I would still be curious to see what it is then.
Like maybe he sent 4 gigabytes of all of Hasan's.
That's not true. There's no way it would only be 4 gigabytes.
Honestly, kind of true. Think it'll be more. Yeah. This is Hasan Piker. Of course it would be more.
It had to.
Okay, every time he opens up his mouth, some dumb shit's coming out.
Have been somebody else.
Then Tectone talks about how Twitch actually wants to unban him. This might be post-nut clarity for Dan.
Can I get unbanned? They
That was
say,
funny,
of
though.
course.
A woman with an OnlyFans. And it's a very simple rule. If you qualify, you're not banned. And if you're a man, you're automatically banned. And then we move on to
The big problem, unless no, that's not true, because if you're a cartoon, you get banned. But if you're a real girl, you
Oh yeah, with the VTubers, yeah, a lot of VTubers were getting banned.
don't. Because real girls are not as bad as cartoons.
All right, I'm the expert on anything.
Or better yet, real girls that Dan definitely loves to goon to are not as bad as the fake girls. The VTuber girly pops. But yeah, nah, again, it's just biases.
Dan Clancy. So here's the simple explanation. He needs his gooning material very specific, all right?
Stamped. Dan. Yeah, if you want to be focusing on these girly pops, nigga, you're gonna have to get off Hasan's cock first.
And he ain't down with that animated bullshit. He needs the real thing. He needs the Alinity, the Amaranth, the Denims. He needs the cam girls, the OF girls, the ASMR streamers. And God forbid, it's the extra special day. He will whip out his Hasan napkin. You know that shit is the dirtiest thing on the planet. Absolutely diabolical. Can we have a moment of silence? Let us pray for the poor...
We needed a moment of silence. Nigga, we did not make it. We definitely did not make it. We did not make it.
washing machine that has to deal with Dan's special Hasan rag. Ay, ay, ay. Then this next part, Asmon talks about the culture of people just like crying and complaining about shit.
Why the fuck do you think they go on Asmongold so much? And every single time I go live...
They gave up on doing that, basically. A lot of these people gave up trying to make me look bad because they found out it didn't work.
I was about to say, I'm not gonna lie. Like, if anything, bro, like, and again, because, like, yo, I like Asmongold in some regards. I obviously can make the distinction, like I always say, that, yo, Asmongold be having some dumb digs sometimes. You already know. But, like, on that factor, it's just like... Yo, heads up. Once they say everything, oh well, Hasan's still saying Jones like how apparently Asmongold killed his mom. It's dumb as hell. But anyway, like yo, once heads keep saying all this different Jones slandering your name, saying all this different jazz, like bro, heads gonna run out of ideas, bro. Y'all gotta get more creative. This is why I keep saying when heads coming to John roast me, yo, you look like Sid the Sloth, yo, you look like this John, Sid the Science Kid and all that. I'm like, yo, some of these Johns is funny. I'm not gonna cap. But other Johns, like, yeah, I've heard it already. You gotta get more creative with this John. It's boring. I'm like, man, I couldn't even chuckle. Like, yeah. But yeah, now he's probably, bro, he's been doing this for a minute. He's probably heard everything under the book.
That's the problem, is every single time that somebody went and there was some big cancel campaign or there were a bunch of viral tweets and people got so mad at me, all it did is make me more money. It made me more popular. And the reason why, here's the reason why, is because the people that are going and starting this bullshit are a bunch of hysterical retards on the internet that are delusional. And so when a normal person goes and watches the stream, they say, damn, I thought he was a Nazi. Why is he talking about, like how, like the illegal immigrants aren't our enemies. It's actually the companies that are employing them. Like, that doesn't sound like a Nazi thing. Like,
probably because they just came out of the Hasan stream. So it's probably what he was saying.
Why is he playing, why is he saying like he's friends with this person that's a different skin color? But why, I thought he hated black people. Why is he watching a video of a black person and saying that they're right? What is this? And they see that and they're like, oh, fuck. Damn, maybe that was some bullshit. People are fatigued and tired of having a bunch of weirdo freaks on Twitter that have like 7 different mental illnesses tell them what's normal.
Yeah, I mean, I think people are really tired of this type of bullshit. People crying about dumb, insignificant type of shit when there's real problems out there. I think people are particularly sick of those people who call you racist for having a differing opinion or...
Oh my god, yeah, like literally, like Asmongold was saying, and even like Pegasus is saying now, like the heads are call you a Nazi, a fascist, heads are throwing out all these buzzwords, a misogynist, you're going down the alt-right pipeline, all this different shit. It's like, bro, this is like, yeah, again, a lot of these words, and not even a lot, all of these words you're saying, all these things are calling people have very traumatic things behind them. Y'all need to stop throwing these shits out like they're buzzwords, bro. If you feel like a nigga's wrong, just call them an idiot. Call them a fucking moron. Which is what Hasan dumbass is. Yeah, call them a dumbass. Stop calling them fucking Nazis and fascists and shit, bro. Stop throwing these fucking words around. Like, first of all, 1, y'all sound stupid as shit. 2, you look stupid as shit. 3, you're literally just regurgitating the bullshit Hasan be saying. 4, my nigga. This what we're doing? Niggas are lame as shit.
Questioning anything at all. You know, they call you anti-LGBT or whatever for the most lukewarm take. And it's just so annoying when you're coming from a good place and you're genuinely trying to understand the situation, what's going on. And then you get people like Hasan and his goon squad trying to cancel you for the dumbest type of shit. When in the closet, they're literally supporting terrorists. And I think that Hezbollah clip really sums it up. They got a pride flag on the table. They try to act like, oh, I'm so inclusive. Look at me. You guys should all watch me because, you know, I support your community. And then they declare their love for Hezbollah's flag. It's just, you can't make this shit up, man. People are sick of these dumb Twitter mob shit like that. We know all those tweets that get a ton of likes means nothing. Half of them are botted or it's just mentally ill people.
It just has engagement farming, bro.
Brigading because they have nothing better to do. Anyways, let's move on to the Ludwig section. Basically, if you remember, I called out Ludwig for managing to talk about this whole multi-streaming situation, but avoiding mentioning Hasan once again. And I pointed out how he and his entire chat hates Asmongold and just loves Hasan. So the context here is that Ludwig is talking about Asmon moving to Kick and how the optics are really bad. You know, Kick has all these bad people. Somehow Twitch is better and the good place to be, which is
I already said it in one of the other slops, bro. Like, yeah, the distinction for Kick has to change. It was the nuisance IRL streamer platform. It was the platform where the degenerate platform. You go over there and do all the things you can't do like on Twitch or on YouTube and all this different jobs. But I'm sorry, the tides have flipped. The tides, they have changed. I ain't gonna lie, man. Tables turned. Yo, Kick's paying out a bag. Kick is recruiting pretty big creators. Obviously, Asmongold, Tectone, and a bunch of other people are going onto the platform. Yo, we can't just have the stigma no more. The stigma's done. The game's changing. The elements, they're fighting. I ain't gonna lie. Talk about water or ice, boy. I ain't gonna hold you. But that's real, though. It's real.
No longer the case. They literally have terrorist supporters there. So here's what he said.
It's on Kick also protects him if I'm going to be a little more bold here, when Asmon gets banned on Twitch again.
Oh, we thinking I'm going to get in trouble again. The thing is that there's a possibility it might happen. But I feel like a lot of this stuff that I do is really not that bad. I'm going to be honest.
But I feel like the chances of Asmongold at least doing something to where he's going to get himself banned, like, is very, like, just not likely anymore. Like, especially after, again, the whole take he had on Palestine with the inferior culture thing. Like, yo. Again, his apology for it was definitely one of the best YouTube apologies or social media apologies I've seen in a while. Because a lot of them are fucking terrible. We know that, right? So obviously within his apology and him actually feeling remorseful for this jazz, I doubt he's gonna do something that would, or say some crazy stuff that's gonna get him banned, but we just have to see.
I really very rarely do I say anything crazy.
Maybe a week, maybe whatever. But you know where he'll never get banned? Kick.
Dude, I can't even make out what he's actually trying to say here because
he's trying to imply that the things that I say are problematic and then Twitch is going to ban me for that reason.
Okay, so then I would look Ludwig right in his fucking face. Yo, the nigga's whose dick you're fucking sucking, bro, who you keep chilling for, that same shit applies to him. So are we questioning when Hasan's getting banned? Oh, we're not. The nigga gets banned on his fucking off days on some pussy shit. Little belt to ass, little tap to ass. Like, bro, we need to stop this shit. Like,
that's what he's trying to imply. It's obvious you trying to imply that. I don't think that what I'm saying is so crazy. I really don't. Everybody thinks that I'm crazy, but I don't think that I am.
Yo, Ludwig, whose flag is fucking Hasan's favorite flag? Like, bro, what are we talking about, bro? Like, he want to talk about saying crazy shit. It's crazy.
I think everybody else is crazy.
Honestly, I don't agree with a lot of Asmon's takes. There's probably a ton of shit I completely disagree with.
That's what I'm saying. Same thing on my regard. Like, I like Asmongold, but there's a bunch of shit I disagree with him with. And this is the same thing I say about all the time with different creators and just people in general. You don't have to agree with everything everyone says, but that does not make them just because you disagree on one thing. Like a world evil, you can't be friends with them. You can't listen to their media. You can't watch them. You can't do nothing. Again, that is some hive mind shit. What are you doing? Watch the people you want to watch, and if they have something that you feel like can be critiqued and or you disagree with, critique it or disagree with it, but definitely, and really stepping this in, don't go out of your way to hate, slander, say all this bullshit. What is the point of doing that? What do you gain? Besides niggas glazing you to fuck up, at least if you're in the sun's orbit. But, yeah, you don't gain anything
with him about. Obviously, I'm not watching every single one of his streams for 10 hours or whatever. I occasionally catch the clip or whatever for what I need for my videos and shit like that. Obviously, I don't have time for that. I'm making my own videos pretty much every day at this point. But I think from what I've seen so far, Asmon usually has the most lukewarm takes ever. Like, this shit is not controversial in any place other than America. America is the only place where half the shit he says is considered controversial. Like, Asmon will say shit like, breaking the law is bad. And then you'll have, like, Hasan fans go like, nah, I can't believe he said that. I can't believe he said that. What a disgusting cockroach. And like when a regular person like me, who is completely neutral and watching from another country, has nothing to do with America at all, not invested on any side, I just see like someone like Hasan supporting terrorists, pretending grapes didn't happen, laughing at dead babies in coffins, and I see this like dehumanizing type of shit, and I'm just like, this is not comparable. How are people comparing Asmon to Hasan? One guy is clearly way more extreme.
This is now, Ludwig has kind of boxed himself into a corner with like the image that he's created for himself. So
yeah, tell me about it. It's either you're gonna shill for Hasan or nigga, you're just gonna not be shit. Now let me chill, cause actually I'm lying. Let me not even hate that hefty, cause like I even said before, like yo, Luddy's John or whatever, like he was doing them Amazon. Like I let Chad or whatever choose what I buy from Amazon. He was doing like them stream Johns, and I was actually enjoying that content or whatever. But like, yo, with him glazing up Hasan this hefty to this degree, bruv, like yo, again, you're sinking yourself in further, bro. You're cutting yourself off, like. So let me not even, but as far as for fucking Luddy's PR, bro, and his optics, bro, like glazing up Hasan, I'm just not seeing what it does for you. You gain nothing from this.
You're probably not going to see Ludwig streaming or multi-streaming on Kick or anything like that. But I think that in a different world, where if Kick was a different website, he'd probably be multi-streaming on there too.
Yeah, the different.
In terms of those optics that he boxed himself into, because now you're talking hefty on Kick, bro. What if my dumb ass? What if multi-streaming is the meta? Is the current meta. So if you want to, if you want to grow your platform even more, if you have the ability to multi-stream and all that type of jazz, you're going to see a lot of heads doing it. I guarantee you, Ludwig would be one of the first heads to do this jump, but as we're seeing, he boxed himself off now. Since you want to suck up to Hasan so fucking badly, now you only going to have one streaming platform, one streaming avenue to make cheese off of, because you best believe, Luddy, if your dumbass tries to go multi-stream on Kick, I'm lighting a fire right under your ass. So, I ain't gonna hold you, my nigga. Bad works.
Roles he's talking about is if Hasan somehow owned Kick and then gave a little biscuit to Ludwig, you know, his dog.
Bruh,
be like, a little treat.
Bruh, yo, Hasan is allowed to get off with whatever he wants on Twitch. Imagine if he's on Kick. Yo, this fool would probably... Oh, my God. You want to talk about Kick not having a TOS? Imagine what Hasan would do with no TOS. With like, or super lax TOS. Or, because, you know, again, like I said, Twitch lets him get away with that, whatever. So he might as well not have a TOS on there. But they did ban him for a day for improper use of terrorist propaganda. So I guess there are consequences. Dumbass, like fuck. But yeah, anyway, back to the little theory I was cooking up. Yeah, put Hasan on Kick with like super lax TOS, bro. Imagine what, bro. This, oh my god, I don't even know what he would cook up. He already doing crazy, insane, crazy John on Twitch. Yo, this fool might actually just be in. He might be on the front lines. Shoot, put him on Kick. He might actually go out to Gaza, bro. I'm not even gonna hold you, bro. This is bad optics. Oh
Here's
my
a little
God.
treat, good boy. You know, you got some permission to stream there.
2 rage baiting champions who love sitting down with a soda.
How is Hasan anywhere close
What?
to Asmon? Hasan literally supports and platforms
2 rage baiting champions. Bro, is Asmongold constantly rage baiting? I don't know.
terrorists. Like you
I
can
can't say Hasan is rage baiting because literally whatever comes out his mouth gets me agitated immediately. So I guess I fell for it.
not like his takes or his politics or whatever, but putting them in the same boat is crazy. Also, why was he so
I would
offended
say,
when
like, I mean, really, in a lot of ways, Hasan and I are kind of the same. Like, I mean, I think a
In
lot.
what way? I could understand like where both technically political commentary, they commentate on politics and all that type of jazz, but what are they the same in terms of political ideologies? They completely differ. Shoot, I would say they just differ on base ideologies because again, Hasan is out here justifying turning niggas' cars into bonfires. I don't think Asmongold is going for that shit. Like, bro, what are we talking about? Oh
A lot of people would draw that conclusion. I don't think that's really a crazy thing to say. And really, it's just like 2 people that are really opinionated that say crazy shit, right? I mean, like, it's not that bad of a comparison.
Okay, Asmon has gotta stop doing this, bro. He always
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, Asmon, you're going too fucking PC. Asmon, last time I checked, nigga, you did not bring a fucking Houthi terrorist on stream. What are we talking about? This is so fucking stupid. Oh my god, bro. Asmon, bro, stop. You're playing too PC. You and this nigga, the only thing that you and fucking Hasan relate to is both you niggas stream on Twitch and both you niggas talk about politics. Besides that, y'all are 2 totally different niggas. What are we? Oh my god.
gives him like the maximum courtesy. Bro, he's out there supporting terrorists. It's not even on the same level. Personally,
No, but I feel it's because Asmongold's plat is just too big. Like, it's just too big. Like, he's himself. He's not like playing PC on some, again, Hasan shit, your audience captured as hell, like to where you gotta glaze up terrorists and shit. But it's like, yeah, like he'll try to play 2 evens. This is why I keep telling y'all I don't give a fuck about clout. I don't want to have to sit here and play PC. I'm finna tell y'all niggas how I feel, and how I feel is that this nigga Hasan, yo, bro. Nigga, you're wilding, stupid ass.
I don't really care about someone's politics. You can do whatever you want as long as you're not like actively resulting in hurting other people or spreading insane levels of propaganda to the point where it is legitimately damaging to people. Then he talks about how people will morally posture over things like, you know, moving the kicker, if for example.
So whenever you take a round and you look at a person's own actions and you say, well, if you're criticizing a person for doing this, why can't this criticism be leveraged against you for doing Y? And there's not really a reason for it. And so what's happening, I think, now is that...
But if it's not on the same topic, isn't that just goalpost shifting? Like, what do you mean? Like, obviously, everyone can be criticized for things, I guess they can be criticized for and or need to be criticized for. But it, like, if you're criticizing someone for X thing and then they say, okay, but you can be criticized for Y, then we're shifting the goalposts, unless we're staying on the same topic. But again, at least that's the way I'm interpreting it. Trilly's a dumbass, we know.
There's been a breakdown in the moral posturing of the internet. I think that there was a tremendous amount of like moral posturing and like pretending, basically. And this was in like 2020 to 2023, I would say, especially during COVID, maybe a little bit in 2019. And so it was really, really bad. And people created these entire false personalities and false worlds, virtue signaling. Yeah, there was an entire
you mean like what? Like 2020, like cancel culture, the world becoming more progressive type shit?
Vulture,
Like,
I said that is honestly, it's the same thing. It's more accurate. Vulture signaling is better. They created this entire economy and ecosystem around pretending to be people that they're not, and then actively doing things that are not really completely in line with what they believe. And so, or trying to play both sides, or like always having the right opinion on everything. But the fact is that I think that now there's like a growing, I think, tiredness that people have of having anybody tell them like what's good and bad. People just want to watch entertainment. They don't really give a fuck about any of this stuff, right? Like,
that's why I always repeat what Pope Diorio said, and I remember he says it all the time. But I remember specifically, which stream was it? I think it was the stream where it was the whole thing going down with when God damn it, yo. Truly is a dumbass. I'm pretty sure it was a stream where he was watching, you know what I'm saying, when Ethan brought on Kate and Michael, but it might have been another stream. But basically the whole John where Pope Dior is like, yo, he's learning all this political shit and all this John about the conflict and all this different stats against his will. Like, he's not going out of his way to learn this shit. That's how I'm feeling. Trilly loves the slops, the teas, the dramas, bro. I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of shit going on within politics in the political world, and a lot of things, and a lot of hefty dramatic matters in which they need to be, you know what I'm saying, covered and obviously like handled with care and all that type of jazz. And obviously, Hypocritical Trilly will still cover them time to time. But for the most part, yo, I'm not gonna hold you. I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm gonna be real. Not in a sense of like, yo, fuck these people or whatever, but like, none of this political, John, like, obviously, an overall political grand scheme, duh, it affects me because I live in America. But like, none of this jazz is like affecting me personally, for real, for real. And then I know also Hypocritical Trilly had someone has gone with it. Then why are you even covering half this Joe that you do too? Or why are you even giving an opinion or whatever if you just don't even care? That's fair. Because I can. But like, no, seriously, like that, like I kind of feel where you're coming from in that sense, because it's like, or where Asmongold is coming from. It's like, yeah, I just want to be entertained by the slops, the teas, and the dramas. Like, when we start getting into some of this political, John, and there's this political discourse, can't even talk, start getting toxic, and then you're dealing with Hasan Glazers, then you're dealing, with trying to satisfy heads and trying to get into the arguments and try to like justify and meet the bridge, like, yo, which obviously you should be able to do, because like I said, be objective, try to come to a common place. But like, yo, I just hate that discourse. Like, political discourse just never results in anything that's like fun or generally that entertaining to me. I mean, that whole Trumpy and Elon beef, that was kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie, that kind of entertained me. But like, yeah, good amount of this stuff, I feel Asmongold, like, it's not really entertainment. It's just like, yeah, we're going through the same cycle of political discourse. It's just getting like repetitive, and now heads are trying to stamp this John in, and then I'm gonna keep it a buck, I feel like some heads are fucking grifters in this shit. Son, but like, that's a whole nother thing in itself. But yeah, like, heads just want to entertain. Like, heads just want to see some John that keeps them watching, entertaining, all that jazz. Some heads do really want to sit there and get into the political discourse, and there's nothing wrong with that. But like, I'm sure a lot of heads just want to sit back, chill, get their snacks, pop on a little slops, or like, you know what I'm saying, or their favorite YouTuber, whatever, just, you know, be entertained. This political discourse is just going too much, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I won't lie.
It's all like just noise for most people.
Yeah, I mean, this
That's
is
how
well
I'm feeling
said.
at this
Basically,
point.
for a
Like,
long time
yeah.
on the internet, sometimes even now, there's this group of people who will constantly morally posture about things, right? And some of these things are legitimate concerns. Like, whenever, like, people accuse me of doing this, like when I talk about iDubbbz screwing over a charity, they're like, you don't really care about that. I mean, you're saying that I don't care about a charity and it's bad, and you think I'm faking my...
Then yeah, see, this comes off of what I was basically just saying, because then it's like, okay, then if you really don't care or whatever, why are you covering this jazz, yada yada. Now, I'll be the first one to tell you, I definitely care about the Soy Dubs and Yoko drama that's going on with, you know, Even, Hasan, all this shit. I care about it, but I also could see the distinction in this, to where it's like, okay, you're talking about all that shit, you're getting mad, but like, you don't actually care about the Jones with the charity and all that. Heads care, duh, you want money to go to the charities. But I could see like the distinction of like, okay, well, yeah, we're covering it, but whatever happens within like the charities and all that doesn't personally affect me as a content creator or anybody watching. So it's like, yo, you're just posturing, you're getting on this job, you're being performative and all that. But truly, since it doesn't affect you, you probably don't care. Yeah, that's probably true too. Let's keep it a buck. I won't even lie to you. Like, yeah, nah, in a real sense, if they said money was supposed to be going in charity because this is a charity boxing event, then yeah, heads want the proceeds to go to charity. But yeah, at the same time, this John don't affect us. It's internet John. It's real life John. It is happening in real life. But this is internet John for like heads like me consuming slop, or heads, you know, watching videos going on John. Like, nah, this is the entertainment. It's bad stuff happening in real life. Don't get it twisted. Again, I need to really make that distinction. We care about Soy Dubs and Yoko fucking that boy up. No, we definitely care. I'm gonna keep it a whole stack. But like, in a grand scheme, yeah, it's entertainment. Like, this is none of this dramas and stuff like that. At least like the Soy Dubs Yoko John is gonna affect most heads in no way, personally. That's just stamped. Like, so heads are always gonna say this shit. You're just posturing, you're just being performative. Like, all right.
Feelings
okay.
That it's bad to take from charity and kids with cancer. Like obviously I do care about it to some extent. Am I gonna lose sleep over it?
Exactly, no. And you want to know why? Because like I said, it doesn't affect me personally, but heads do care. Like, obviously you'd want the money to go to charity. Obviously within the stuff happening with the riots and the protests, you don't want violence and stuff to happen. But am I about to be sitting there getting crazy, getting all this jazz? No. This is happening in LA, and for y'all that don't know, I live in PA, Pennsylvania. No Mike from PA shit. That nigga's not about to fucking ruin the rep for the state. Anyway, yeah, like I live on the whole other coast. Like, I'm giving my opinion, but is anything with the riots really gonna truly affect me personally? No. It's like, yo, and it's like we just came off of saying, oh, then why are you talking about it? Why are you doing this? Because I want to. And if that's not cool with you, not interested button. Sorry. Like,
or anything, not really, but I'm not saying I'm gonna do that. As a general human, I care about things that are scummy, and I can get mad over tiny.
And I agree, yeah, like you're gonna point out something that's bad, like just like I say all the time, these people, soy dubs on screen that need to be condemned, they'll get condemned. But like, yo, we making YouTube vids. You want me to go like to this nigga Ian House and like curse him out, give him a lecture on how he needs to fix all this? That shit's not happening. Like, yo.
Things like supporting terrorists or stealing from charity, it just feels a bit weird. But yeah, when we talk about morally grandstanding, we're mostly referring to people saying like, oh, you didn't put a black square on Instagram, you don't care about black people.
Yeah, like that shit is so stupid, bro.
You're fat phobic for criticizing fat people who are like morbidly obese and dying. Oh, you're homophobic for calling out a gay person's
you're a misogynist. Like, bro,
they had and not their identity at all. That's the type of moral posturing that's really annoying, where you're sitting on your high horse. And the worst part is the people that do this are usually massive hypocrites. Like even
that's what I'm about to say, because most of the time they're sitting here fucking virtue signaling, moral grandstanding. They don't give a fuck. They don't even care themselves. It's like, yo, you're only doing this to like get that one upper to prove a point. I'm like, bro,
or his chat, they'll call Asmongold racist and say all these things like grifter, but then they openly support Hasan, collaborate with him, bend over backwards for him, delete videos for him, defend a guy essentially, in my opinion, scamming a charity event by taking 34%, not making it clear to people. And it's just a bunch of fake sort of fence sitting, because, you know, you pretend to fence it, but actually you're definitely on one side, right?
Yeah,
and like, the only reason you do that is you want everyone to like you, but it ends up turning
it's like, yeah, like like Ludwig is again a good I truly can't grow one more time. But yeah, Ludwig is a good example of this, where it's like, yeah, like you yourself, you're trying to like play the middle, play the fence, but on your optics, it's very clear to see like, yo, you're pushing towards Hasan's side, like, and you're leaning Hasan's side. If we're going political, like on the political ideologies, you're definitely leaning Hasan for sure. Like, bro, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Like,
everybody against you. Then this next part, Ludwig was talking about the connotation with moving to kick.
I could come up with
the connotation. The I think like the people who you are surrounded with. That's really,
see, like I said, it's changing. It's not everyone that's on Kick now is just like a nuisance IRL streamer or some shit. The movement is changing, bro. People that have established platforms that are generally good creators, you know what I'm saying, that, like I said, have super established platforms, Asmongold being one of the examples, are moving over to Kick, man. You have to drop this vibe, bro. You have to. And that's what I'm saying. I'm really dropping it because, yo, I'm hypocritical of this too. You check out, especially, shout out the boss. We love the boss. You already know. Shout out to the boss. You check out some of the Me and the Boss's videos. We cover nuisance IRL streamers all the time. I was saying it all the time. Like, yo, Kick is that nuisance IRL streamer platform. This where the Jack Doherty's, all these heads be. No, bro, it's changing, bro. It's changing, bro. Kick is paying niggas money, bro. Real money. Way more than that dog shit platform Twitch that Hasan thinks you can make the most rev off of. Man, what the fuck is that nigga talking about? Yo, someone, that needs to be talked about a little bit too. Someone please tell Hasan to stop giving niggas advice on how to grow as a content creator. Nigga, you have no fucking idea how to grow as a content creator. Stop doing this shit. Anyway, sidebarring that. Yo, we gotta drop the stigma with Kick, man. If they gonna be paying heads out, if they gonna, you know what I'm saying, start doing a TOS better, definitely still more lax than like Twitch, but they gonna start moderating a John better, and people are going over there.
See, that's the connotation and like all this stuff. This is a fake thing that's made up by viewers and other streamers in order to try to control other people. The moment that you just decide to be your own man and make decisions for yourself, rather than let people shaming you and trying to bully you into doing something, control you, is the moment that you are able to be yourself, right? And so, like, a lot of people are doing this, and the funny thing is that...
Yo, he's saying it's so PC. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even that mad at Asmongold for this shit. Basically, he's saying, yo, Ludwig, stop bitching, nigga. You're shilling out for Hasan. Stop bitching. It's causing you to play this like fence sitter shit. Or better, I don't even give a fuck about the fence sitting shit. It's causing you to, again, like I said, bitch out to Hasan and not really say how you really feel. This is again why the nigga quit the mogul male shit. Like, bro, stop doing this shit. It's fucking embarrassing, bro. Again, you're sucking this nigga's cock to gain nothing. Bro, you gain nothing from this nigga's fans because, again, once you say, and like you did some shit where you're critical of him, now they're on your ass, bro. Now you look like a dumbass. What? Ludwig, why? After you deleted this vid, I don't even know why the fuck you, like, bro, I'm not saying drop Hasan or whatever, if that's your real man's, you know him personally, whatever fuck, but after you did that shit, you should have been new, okay, I don't give a fuck when it comes to optics about Hasan. Like, you should have just been like, alright, nah, it's done, because now, again, every time some John happens, this is the position you about to be in because of this shit. It's so sad, bro.
Everybody has a line for this, and like, you know, Ludwig is on Twitch. I mean, Twitch is owned by Amazon. Amazon, everybody would agree, is an immoral employer in a lot of ways. You know, they astroturf fake accounts in order to pretend like union support for Amazon is low. I mean, like, that's disgusting, right?
Yeah, because everybody knows the stigma around being like an Amazon driver or like working at Amazon.
I mean, who does that? And so
it's not a good stigma.
Over to Twitter. Ludwig is active all the time on Twitter.
Yeah, that's the funny thing. When you use these people's arguments against them, it completely falls apart. Like, the connotation with going to Kick is so bad. There's so many bad streamers there. Okay, Twitch is equally shit. Terrorist.
True.
Supporters like Hasan, the whole goon squad who puts bounties on people, threatens to kill people.
All on this platform.
It's also owned by Amazon, the most moral company in the entire world, obviously. Also on the BDS list, by the way. So according to them, if you stream on Twitch, which supports Amazon, you don't care about Palestine. So Hasan, by the way, he says he follows this list, right? He says he does boycott stuff based on this logic, but bullshit. Conveniently dodges it when it applies to something he actually cares about. Like, if
hey man, isn't them Dr. Peppers on the list?
It's a little Coca-Cola drink, he'll be like, okay, I won't drink it. I support Palestine, guys. Because obviously a minor thing like that doesn't affect his career. But if you tell him to leave Twitch, oh no, that suddenly, oh no,
again,
no.
That whole, again, I always bring it up, that situation where that fan came up to him, that girl, like, she was like, it's boycott, you can't do this. Like, yo, this nigga's so audience captured, he's really worried about shit like that. I'm sorry, I'd have been like, hun, yo, it's free Palestine, I feel it, but like, yo, I'm drinking a fucking Dr. Pepper. Like, yo, what the fuck are we talking about right now?
Oh, no, like, no, I'm specially protected on this platform.
Like, what?
Also, the thing about Twitter, like, they're constantly putting dollars in Elon's pocket, so it's like blatant hypocrisy if you go using their own logic, right? Also, when Ludwig says that people are afraid of going to Kick because of their community, he's literally talking about his own community.
I'm about to say, yeah, he literally is just talking about himself. We just came off the John. Kick's stigma is changing, bro. You can go be an established creator on Kick and not have a toxic audience and shit like that. Like,
he's admitting that he might have thought of doing these things, and he probably thinks it's actually okay to stream on Kick too, but he's so audience captured that his own community won't let him do shit without insane.
Yeah, nah, they'll start bitching the nigga. Like, that. Oh my god, this is what I was on Dream's ass for, bro. Like, back in the day, like, yo, being so fucking audience captured, getting bullied by your audience where you can't do nothing you want to do because as soon as you try to, bro, your audience, no, don't do this. So, bro, you're stuck. Bro, this is the same shit happening to this nigga, bro.
In backlash, right? Like, the second Asmongold's name was mentioned, they spam shit like, good riddance, good day, he's gone, disgusting, I hate him, worst person ever, racist. Like, of course, if you have a community like that, they're not going to let you be free and be your authentic self. So that's why, as a creator, it's important you put your foot down.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, if y'all think I'm about to be... Yo, shout out. The audience is all love for y'all. But if you think Trilly about to be audience captured like a bitch, like fucking Hasan and Ludwig, I will be fucking damned. I will be damned. I'm sorry. Y'all will never bully me into having opinions I don't fucking have. That shit is ridiculous. This is why I say all the time, whenever I read the comments, y'all know Trilly be reading the comments. I ain't no damn Ian. We ain't going through every single one. But then again, that just goes back to my point. If I see some John that I don't like or don't agree with, you not seeing me heart that boy. And if I do agree, I will heart that boy. That's what it is. Y'all will see me come on this boy saying what it is. Sloppy! And the slops. That's what it is. It's again, yo, be one, audience captured, and two, like, yo, you're gonna hate doing your shit, especially for someone like me who makes slop videos, do commentary, giving your opinion. If you are forced to have an opinion by your audience or by your chat, if you're a streamer and all this shit, bro, you're not gonna enjoy this shit. And then, like I said, your audience captured, my nigga. You can't do no shit unless your audience likes it. Nah, bro. It's Trill Talks Everything. Trill Talks Everything that Trilly wants to talk about, gang. Trill talks the things that he feels. Trill talks his real. I ain't gonna hold you. Now we stop playing. But yeah, like, bro, cause heads, if you get audience capture, bro, that shit not gonna be fun for you. As speaking in terms of like, for as I want to become a content creator, like, yo, it's not gonna be fun. I'm telling you, like, obviously now there's like going into a niche, and there's obviously like things that your audience may prefer more than others. But at the end of the day, if you're just doing Jones because this is what your audience is gonna like, or this is what's gonna do the most well, or whatever, and not because you're enjoying the topics you're talking about and or the videos you're making or whatever it may be, bro, shit is ass. There's no point in doing content creation or whatever the fuck. You're not enjoying it.
And not be walked on over by these pathetic losers, right? I always listen to feedback, but I'm not a dog like Ludwig, who's like, who can be trained.
That's a good example of that, John. Like, I'll always be willing to feedback. That's why I always say all the time, heads can give me genuine criticism, and I'll be hard on them, John, sometimes too, but I'm no fucking dog. Just because heads give me a criticism does not mean I'm changing or taking down or doing some shit like this nigga. No, it does not mean I'm changing my whole shit up. I'm taking in your conjecture, sprinkle it in with mine, you know what I'm saying, get it mixing, and whatever the result it is how I'm feeling. But it's definitely not going to be flipped to whatever it was. What? Come on, man.
By someone like Hasan. You gotta stand up for yourself, you know? You gotta have a little level of self-respect so you're not being walked over like that. Now click this video or you gotta watch Hasan streams for the rest of your life every single day ever. You're not gonna get past 24 hours, pal. Alright, thanks for watching.
I'm not even
Bye-bye.
getting past 5 minutes. We already know. Shout out my glorious slop king. More Pegasus. They already know, gang. That was Hasan just got badly exposed. If you guys would like to watch the original video, down in the description, first link, share the love with more Pegasus, my glorious slap king, as I stated. But yeah, final opinions and conjecture for Hasan. Yeah, obviously within the whole situation, him being detained, it's very clear to see that he was definitely jazzing it up a bit. The situation was only about an hour. He said it was about 2 to 3. Am I surprised? Absolutely not. Hasan's a pathological liar. Let's see here. The whole situation with Asmongold and this type of jazz with Ludwig coming off of that. Yeah, like Luddy, bro, you have to stop shilling for Hasan at every moment, brother. Like, again, I don't optically see. Maybe I'm not so wet off my analytics right now to see what you would gain, at least on the back end optically, from being with Hasan. Because, again, the only thing I can think of is collabs, which means audience. But, again, you gain nothing from his audience because, sure, they'll come in. But as soon as you do something they may potentially disagree with, now you're getting roasted alive. So, don't understand that. But, again, if the nigga wants to shill for that nigga, that's him. What was that, John? Oh, yeah, the John with XQC. Yeah. Again, even like more Pegasus said, yo, XQC boxing you up, even though XQC was right in his John, I see no reason why we need to justify having your fucking car lit on fire when we can just do peaceful protests, not have cars and shit lit on fire or throw bricks and all that, John. Do peaceful protests, not have violence. I still don't understand why that is not the option everyone goes for, you know what I'm saying? Because obviously we made that distinction, people who just want to go do you know what I'm saying, easy, peaceful protest, you know what I'm saying, fight for their cause, but apparently not Hasan, because he's a fucking idiot. But, yeah, that's it. That's all. I'll be seeing y'all tomorrow when Hasan opens up his mouth again. Yeah, that's all. Shout out more Pegasus once more, and I'm finna catch y'all on the flip, baby. Peace.
Thank you.